Hello, everyone. This is Duran's Healing, and welcome to tonight's Healing Circle. As I prepare to blaze this fire tonight, I hope you all are doing well, and as you all gather around this blazing fire tonight, please be sure to contribute your energy, whether it be a like, subscribe, or share, or comment below to let me know how these messages are showing up in your world. And with that being said, let's jump right into the messages. And the message that's speaking the loudest is coming from the symbol that represents you. And being that is face up in the earth, it lets me know you're having a bit of confusion. Or you may be trying to figure out something in terms of your identity. What's rather unique here is that the earth stone is in the earth, which lets me know that energetically, spiritually, you're in alignment. So the confusion or the discomfort that you're feeling is coming from somewhere else. And being that the other part of your doll is in nature, it lets me know that there's something happening to your mental. You may be trying to figure out how best to identify yourself as a spiritual leader or a spiritual healer in the paradigm in which you live in. What I'm downloading here is that you've gathered a lot of accomplishments in the spiritual world. You have found yourself in a certain position to where now you're trying to fully stand up as a spiritual leader that you are, and you don't necessarily know how to make that happen. And the fact that the coins are underneath you, it also indicates to me you're trying to figure out how to best serve yourself financially, how to make it all make sense for you in real time. This may have been something that you've studied, the spiritual stuff, but you're coming to find out this is a larger part of your world than you ever imagined. And now you're trying to ground it in reality. You're trying to ground it in this earth. But because the spiritual world is intangible and it doesn't necessarily have legs yet, you're trying to figure out how to walk in the proper manner to honor yourself. And not only that, you're trying to figure out how to make the abundance of what you're feeling materialize for you. Because you know it is possible, and you know the spiritual currency of the knowledge and the wealth of information that you have has the capacity to translate or transfer in this manner. You feel that your intuition is picking up on it. You're just trying to wrap your mind around how to make it all possible. And the gap that's here, there is a gap here that's separating you from fully merging yourself in this way. And also the obstacle stone is here, which lets me know another thing I'm downloading is that the confusion also may be due to the fact that you're picking up on the obstacle that is presented in front of you without you necessarily knowing what it is. You can feel it. That's the level of your intuition and the sensitivity of your energetic threshold. You're picking up on this because the obstacle stone is here. And you're trying to consciously make sense of that. And what I will do at this time is I want to help you guys out to see what is this obstacle that your mind and your body is picking up on that may be rattling your spirit a little bit, rattling your head. And it's something in the spirit world or in the world of nature. What is this obstacle stone that the collective energy is picking up on at this particular time? 2 cards came out. Give me 1 second to get a third. Okay, here it is. The cards that came out were Deep Love Bond, Take a Break, and Cleanse Absorbed Energies. I can tell whoever I'm picking up on, you have a deep bond or a deep love for the world of the spirit. Your mind and your body has gained a lot of nourishment from being in this world, from being on the other side. And it has afforded you a different level of clarity that you've desired deep down in your heart. But somehow, along your journey, you have absorbed a lot of different energies from the mundane world or the paradigm or the dimension that you live in, from also traveling in the spiritual landscape. And due to your constant traveling, your energy has picked up on a lot of different things, and you may need to take a break in order to fully prepare yourself to stand in what your energy is calling for you to stand in. You need to nurture yourself as you go through these radical changes. This is what this obstacle is speaking to, is knowing the largeness and the magnitude of who you are, even when you're not fully aware that you're traveling. You're still doing it. And the energies that you pick up on has to be cleansed out. You have to know how to separate your energy from other energies and people, and give yourself the proper space to clear out these energies that are not of you. This requires spiritually nurturing yourself and giving yourself the proper treatment to be able to clear out unwanted energies, unwanted frequency that you may have gathered along your way. Because the type of radical changes that you have embarked on your spiritual journey have been quite profound, quite remarkable, quite really redefining is what I'm downloading here. It's as if the type of awakenings that you have gone through, what I'm picking up on is it's in abundance. You've been on many spiritual cycles, gaining a wealth of knowledge and wisdom that your innermost, purest of frequency has desired or pulled in due to this deep relationship you have with change. It's because your body and your spirit will create change, not only for yourself, it's for the planet that you serve. And you are at the cutting edge and the leading edge of making that change happen. Yeah, which is quite beautiful to see. I can hear your spirit guides say to me, change is what you've asked for, but you have to prepare yourself for what's in store. Because the amount of power or the position of power that you are headed towards will give you a certain level of authenticity that you may not really understand that you must be in order for you to dispense the gifts that you have. What I mean by this is that in order to fully stand in your role as a healer, you have to embody a certain level of authenticity, a certain level of integrity, that even when it calls for you to stand up against anybody and anything for the sake of this energy or this higher message, you'll do it. And you're prepared for that. And when things are not right in your spirit, you have to call it like it is. And not only that, when the phone rings for you to answer the call for your highest self, you are prepared to do so without question, without questioning yourself in your capacity to be able to deliver what you're called to do. Because you know that your gift is here for a purpose. And you're becoming a lot more clear in your quest of knowledge about what you're here to do and what you're here to become. And the intimacy of it all is giving you the ability and affording you the luxury to be able to move through this paradigm seamlessly with so much more ease, to where you're not getting in the way of yourself. You're not allowing your mind to overthink you out of situations that you know your spirit called you for. You're not psyching yourself out anymore because of the work and the mission for healing is what you're about, is what you're here for. And the energies of the higher consciousness is supporting you in this arena. Even when you feel like you don't know what you're doing, the sophistication of your spirit will kick in to tap in the wisdom to answer the riddles that puzzle your mind, that puzzle your heart, that puzzle your spirit, to give you the narrative that you need to be at peace with the transformation that you're here to bring. And the relationship that you have with the community will make it all the better. The people is for the people. And the amount of people that you're here to help, that you're here to bring some version of a new reality for. Wow. And it's about the, what I'm seeing here, the undercurrent that is moving and you're tapped into it. See, there's one thing to see the waves on the top of the ocean, but the current that's running underneath, that's where you are. That's what you're energetically tapped into, the hidden current of consciousness, giving you the ability to read into a certain level of frequency that your creativity will spawn over. This is what's going to make you the trailblazer that you are. What it calls for you to do is to structure yourself in a way that allows you to constantly receive these higher messages with ease, with comfort, with dignity and honor, right? This is about having a sacred space for yourself to be able to properly flush out all these powerful energies that are moving through you, because you are the liaison, you are the vessel for this information, not only from the other world, but also to the people. It's about the watering of this planet, of your community. And you have to stay in conversation to do that. You can't do this in isolation. The communication, something about this is ringing very loudly to me. Staying in the conversation, telling your story. And when you do so, there will be a registration with others that can understand a familiarity of the frequency of your voice. They will feel you without you even telling them to feel you. You understand? Trust in your voice. Trust in the energetic embodiment of the current that you're on. And create a proper regimen for yourself. But in order to do that, you must see yourself fully. To be able to properly take breaks and to properly nurture yourself. In order for you to keep going. In order for you to keep doing what you're called to do. Period. Wow, that was a very powerful message, you guys. Thank you all for being here with me in tonight's Healing Circle. And if you stayed this far with me, please be sure to like, subscribe, or comment below to let me know if this message has shown up in your world. And with that being said, what I will do is I will shift the energy at this time, and I will pull some cards to see what other messages the higher energy would like for me to share with you all. I was shuffling the cards as I was speaking, and the cards fell out. The higher energy would like for me to share with you all. The cards that came out were silence, travel, mystery, and self-worth. What I'm downloading here is that not only is that there is a certain level of mystery to you. What I'm seeing here is that the gravitational pull that you may not necessarily see in terms of people finding themselves attracted to you has to do with the fact that they find you rather mysterious. They can't quite put their finger on who you are and what you are really, because they know that there is something different about you. And for quite some time, you may have felt like that was a negative thing. But what you're coming to find out in your journey of self-worth is that you are truly a spiritual being that has been traveling through this dimension, elevating not only yourself, but this planet and the consciousness of the very people around you. You may have been the type of person that have always figured things out, that have always had a heart that was loving enough for humanity. Your heart has been able to take you in certain places most people are fearful to go. But due to your spiritual traveling, the courage that you have is because of your silence. And this silence isn't about you keeping your mouth shut. This silence has more to do with the fact that you exist in a void. And this void is the spirit world. There is this spiritual side of you that embraces the unknown and embraces the extraterrestrial side of the system. The constellations excite you. The flow of the atmosphere intrigues you. But not only that, the elements around you allows you to breathe in a different way. Your breath, your breathing is different. And this is due to your existence in the void and your cultivation with the spiritual side of things, other worlds. And some of you may have a very strong relationship with your spirit guides, your ancestors, or your spirit team, however you call them. And you have developed this so much that your brilliance is here. Because I'm seeing the stones now. The stones have tapped me back into the spread. Your brilliance is in the other world, which lets me know that the other world, the spirit world, this other dimension carries your shining light. You know what fuels you. And they have organized themselves around you, and you have organized yourself around them. This means that sometimes things happen in your world that you cannot explain. This is the void. Your dreams give you insight in how to handle certain situations. Say, for instance, you go to bed puzzled by a question, but your dreams tell you the answer to how to solve the riddle. This is how profound and interconnected you are with this other dimension. It's very authentic and intimate. And you know this about you. Others don't. And they are rather interested to figure out what it is that's about you that makes you so different. But the challenge is they will never know what it is. Unless their energy is energetically coded enough in a way that has heightened themselves to be able to tap in with you on this level, they will always meet a certain version of you. Always wondering what else is there behind you. You give them what you want to give them and move on with your journey. And you're not even worried about trying to answer their questions. And not only that, you're confident in who you are. There's like this quiet confidence about your aura. Not even having to fit in and be a part of the, debutante. In order for you to feel this level of status that you're on. And people are trying to figure out, how do you feel this way without being a part of the social status or the social cues of the paradigm that you live in? And it's almost as if they're saying, who do you think you are? Those questions will riddle their minds, not yours. You're more interested in trying to figure out how to materialize the magic of what you have cultivated. You're trying to make changes in your world because you, in your travels, you felt the low level energies of this paradigm. You felt what the problems are, and you are quite admirably using your energy to solve the riddles and the challenges that are permeating the people in this dimension. This is quite the spread to see. And I will like to commend whoever I'm picking up on in the collective. Because we need more warriors like you who are using their spiritual gifts for good and not ego, trying to get into positions of power, not allowing their status to impact them and make them feel like they're above the rest. Even though you feel like you're higher and you know that you're carrying a certain energy, it's not sitting on ego. It's sitting in a position that knows you're here to fulfill your mission and your heart cares about humanity and the healing of others, to be able to make you take the action that you feel called to take. Period. Wow. This is very humbling for me to see, and it warms my heart to see that there are those of you who are out here using your spirit for good. And with that being said, you guys, thank you all for joining me in tonight's Healing Circle. Very powerful energies. And if you stay this far, please be sure to like, share, subscribe, or comment below to let me know who I am picking up on in this very heated healing circle tonight. And with that being said, you guys, thank you all for joining me. And I'm going to close this healing circle out, and I will see you all at the next.